Today I will be discussing how additives in food are harmful to our health. Did you know that you have been eating food that most likely have ingredients that have been banned in other countries, as well as one ingredient that the U.S. Department of Agriculture attempted to ban here years ago? Additives have been put in our food for centuries, but that doesn't mean we have to keep eating them. They can cause lifelong problems, and some have deadly side effects. Once you know what these additives are and what food you can find them in, they're easy to avoid. Taking the time to change up your grocery list is nothing compared to finding out years later you have cancer because you couldn't give up potassium bromate. Every additive has a purpose, and some have severe side effects, but you can protect yourself. So let's talk about what some of these additives are and where to find them. First, let's get one thing out of the way. If you think that all organic food is additive-free, you are mistaken. The FDA has approved 29 additives to be put in food labeled organic. They also have a list of 3,000 additives that were approved for use in all foods. Those include preservatives like ascorbic acid, citric acid, and sodium nitrite, found on fruits and vegetables, in jelly, cured meats, cereal, to keep them from spoiling. There are also sweeteners such as glucose, aspartame, asulfame K, found in baked goods, diet soda, and gum. Color additives are used in things like candy, snack foods, and cheeses. They enhance the color that may have been lost due to exposure to air or change in temperature. They show up on labels as blue number 1 or 2, grape skin extract, and caramel color, just to name a few. There are also flavor enhancers, fat replacers, nutrients, emulsifiers. Emulsifiers are found in mayonnaise, peanut butter, salad dressings, and they help keep those from separating. There are firming agents, enzyme preparations, and gases. Gases such as carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide are found in oil cooking spray and carbonated beverages. Now that you know what some of these additives are and what foods they're in, let's talk about some of the side effects. According to Dr. Fabrizio Mancini, the average American takes in about 5 pounds of additives a year through processed foods. Some of those additives are extremely dangerous, and they include asulfame K, as I mentioned earlier. It's a sweetener. It is linked to cancer in animals and can cause problems with the thyroid gland. Aspartame is also another sweetener linking lifelong consumption to an increased risk of cancer in animals and humans. It can affect short-term memory loss, can cause lymphoma, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, headaches, seizures, and has many other side effects. Blue 2, according to Dr. Joseph Mercola, is banned in Norway, France, and Finland. It's a color additive. It is linked to cancer in rats, and it can cause damage to chromosomes. Another color additive, caramel color, is linked to cancer in lab animals. Olestra is a fat substitute and can be found in some brands of light potato chips. It can cause diarrhea, cramping, and other side effects. Sodium nitrite, I mentioned earlier, is a preservative, but it is also used to enhance the color and flavor of some foods, and it is toxic. The USDA attempted to ban this additive in the 1970s, but that was vetoed by manufacturers claiming that this was the only additive they could use to preserve packaged meat products. It is directly linked to cancer in humans and can damage internal organs. Sulfur dioxide is another toxic additive. The FDA banned its use on fruits and vegetables, but it can still be found in things like beer, juice, and soda. It can cause bronchial problems, low blood pressure, and anaphylactic shock. Other dangerous additives include trans fats, yellow 5 and 6, red 3, and potassium bromate. Now that we've talked about what some of these, becoming overweight is another issue linked to eating foods with additives. The CDC has released data for the year 2013 to 2014 showing that over 37% of adults ages 20 and older, as well as over 17% of children ages 2 to 19 in the United States are obese. Other data released shows that nearly 70% of adults ages 20 and older, as well as nearly 50% of children ages 2 to 19 in the U.S. are overweight. This is a growing problem, proving that additives are dangerous to our health, but you can protect yourself. Now that you know what some of these additives are and their dangerous side effects, the best way to protect your health is to avoid eating them. Right now I have several friends who are working to cut foods out of their diet to try to figure out which ones are making them sick. One of them, Lisa Stenick, told me that for years she'd eat foods and then feel like she just ate a tub of thumbtacks and her skin would get red and blotchy. Just in the last week, she cut out all foods with the additive red 3. Her skin is clearing up and she no longer feels those stabbing pains. Another friend of mine, Anna Horn, went on a low-carb diet and she started drinking sugar-free sparkling water as well as diet soda. And she started getting headaches and getting horribly sick, so she quit the low-carb diet, but she continued to drink the beverages. Well, she continued to get sick also and have those headaches. She figured out that aspartame was in the beverages, so she cut aspartame out of her entire diet, and she no longer gets sick or has those headaches. If you make a point to avoid these additives, you can protect yourself from their potential side effects. These foods are also addictive. So Alice G. Walton, a writer for Forbes magazine, says, if you're going to indulge, try to pick foods that are just fatty or just carby. If you go for foods that include high amounts of both delectable ingredients, your brain may treat it like a drug and just keep wanting more. She also mentions that natural foods are usually high in one or the other, so that you're less likely to become addicted to them, as well as take in fewer to no additives. In conclusion, additives are dangerous, and there are thousands of them. Eating them can lead to life-threatening side effects, but you can protect yourself. So the next time you go to the grocery store and you have a craving for something sweet, maybe skip the ice cream and the candy and go grab some apples. You only get one life, and I, for one, will do whatever I can to make it last as long as possible. Thank you.